All right, shalom. Shalom, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakah Kodash, KALAYAAHLA, Alahaynawa, Abanawa, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the elect elders of Israel that rule well. Strong salutations to you, brothers out there that labor in sound doctrine and sincerity. Yahweh Shema Shai, Barakat Shalom, and peace, blessings, and salutations to the house of David, the elect. And this is a dream of mine that I'm going into. I'm going to speak about a dream I had not last month, actually a dream I had in December. All right, so it wasn't last month. It was 2 months ago, last year in December 2022. It's testimonial. It's a testimonial dream that involves two dolphins, man. All right. And, it was very comforting. It was very comforting. It was very spiritual, So without further ado, I'm just get into it, man. And again, all praise to Yahweh Shema Shai for giving me the spirit to do this video. I didn't know if I was going to do this video or not, but just, I just keep remembering this dream. You know what I'm saying? It's just on my spirit just to share it. Because really, it's not too deep, It ain't too deep. It ain't too shallow. It's just like, it's like Yahweh Shema Shai, he there. He there for his servants. So, I'm in the ocean. Well, I have something to do. You know what? Actually, I'm on this I'm with these people. Like we're doing some on this like boat. Because this is a dream. I can't remember the whole dream, but I remember this part because it had something to do with me being at a hotel building and all that. But that's kind of fadey. But I remember this whole, the part that I'm supposed to remember, the whole, with Yahweh, yeah, I remember. So I'm with these people, and we're doing something, and has something to do with a boat. We in the middle of the ocean, and I don't know if we're scuba diving, we're deep sea diving, we're fishing. We was doing something with the ocean though, and then something happened. All right, like a calamity, something happens, and I'm with more than likely I'm with some heathens, man. I'm with some damn heathens, and I guess I don't know. I guess I can be underwater wielding for all I know. I'm doing so. It's like I'm doing a job though. I'm doing a job for these heathens, and something happens. Something goes terribly wrong. Something happens, and I'm caught out there. I'm caught out there. We everybody caught out there. We caught up out there. In the ocean, man. Where ain't nobody to call. Ain't no swimming. You know what I'm saying? No, none of that, man. You in the middle of the ocean. X amount of feet below. Who knows? So it's like, man, But I'm like, shit. So I'm not panicking, but I'm like, fuck. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, I'm not like, oh, I'm about to die. No, it wasn't nothing like that. It's like, I can swim, It's like, I'm gonna just swim. And, But it never dawned on me that, but shit, she hit the fan. So it really no time to think. It's like a fight of, but that instinct, what is it, fight or flight. And so not even like, I wouldn't even say not even like 5 seconds, man. Not even like 5 seconds. Under 5 seconds. two dolphins come to the rescue, man. You got these two dolphins, man. Two dolphins out of nowhere, right? Out of nowhere. These two dolphins. They come on, they sweep in, and they take me. The other people I was with, I don't know where they was. For all I know, they was gone. They probably, who knows, drowned. Somebody, 'cause remember, we was dealing with a boat, with boats and shit. Like, I don't know what we was doing, but something happened to where, the shit hit shit was sinking, and I can't remember what happened to those guys, to those heathens. Put it like that. I can't remember what happened to those heathens. It could have been like co-workers and supervisors, man. It could have been a whole pack of a workforce, really. Anyway, there was nowhere to be found. I wasn't even thinking about them, but because pretty much, the instinct take us to fight or flight. Motherfuckers probably stuck under the rock, boats and shit. Niggas was drowning probably. You know what I'm saying? I know it wasn't nothing good happening though. And these dolphins, man, come out of nowhere. I'm talking about out of nowhere, man. Come out of nowhere, swim. And you know what I'm saying? And me, Jake ain't really swimming, man. In my mind, I went, you know what I'm saying? Like, in my mind, I'm like, it didn't dawn on me like shit, like, yo. It dawned on me like shit bad, but like it didn't dawn on me like, you can die, like, it didn't really hit me until until these dolphins came and pretty much, rescued me, man. It hit me after the fact. So these dolphins came out of nowhere. They swam, they took me. All right, literally, they took, they pretty much took me like they, with their heads, right, with the head, what you call it, with their snout, right, pushed me with their snout, both of them, one side on the right, the other one on, one on the right, one on the left, one on the right side, one on the left. All right, and they pretty much swam me to shore. They swam me to shore. And once I got close to the, to the boardwalk, to the plank, not the plank, but pretty much the deck. All right. What you call that? What you call that? It's a word for it. When we got the boat deck, the yard. So it's a proper real estate. What is it called? Damn. Can't even think of it right now. But anyway, you know how the boat, the boat yards, that pretty much, with the deck set, the wood and shit. All right, they threw me on to the, what's that shit called, man? Is it the marina? Yeah, the marina. Yeah. They threw me onto the marina deck. Where all, the boats be stationed like a boat yard. All right, they pretty much, they swam me to shore, swam me to the nearest coast, and we could have been hundreds of miles out, man. I'm talking about hundreds of miles out, man. Hundreds of miles out, and swam me to the nearest coast. Swam me to the nearest coast, to the marina, and pretty much threw me, right, pushed me, like threw me out the water, man. Onto the deck. And then, there was like, like, you could tell there was, Yahweh Shema was shot, they knew what was going on, man. Yahweh Shema was shot, sent them, man. And they knew it. And I knew it. And it hit me like, I just got rescued by these dolphins, man. And they was pretty much, it's pretty much saying noise, you know what I'm saying? I was like, and it's like, I ain't say thank you, but I was in the spirit, just being grateful for the dolphins, man. And pretty much saluting the dolphins, in a sense, in the spirit. And they pretty much went on went on with their ways, went on about their day. And so, you know, and then, like, I had pretty much seen the Dolphins swim away. Pretty much I had woke up. And, like, man, you know, the Dolphins came and pretty much rescued me from, what is called, being stranded in the ocean. Yeah. The Dolphins came and rescued me from being ocean stranded. Man, and that was nothing but so call out Yahweh Shema Shah for that, man. And that shows, that showed me, Yahweh Shema Shah showing me, all right, he can deliver his servants out of anything, man. Out of anything. Out of anything, Yahweh Shema Shah can deliver his servants, man. And, and I don't think I ever had a dream where animals came and rescued me. You know what I'm saying? That was powerful, man. I had many spiritual power dreams, all type of revelation dreams with, the Most High Yahweh, all right, the Lord Yahweh Shai, with the dreams with the angels, chariots, all different. I'm talking about you name it, man. The Lord gave me dreams, visions, but I never had I had dreams being in the ocean, in the water, dealing with animals as well, but I never had it to where I was on the side where I needed to be rescued. The Lord, I was, the Lord humbled me and put me on the, on the side of, the Lord showed me, the Lord was showing him, let him work, let me do my work. You sit back. I'm gonna deliver you. You're not gonna have power, and you know what I'm saying? You're not gonna have spiritual power in this dream, like, you're not gonna be in the in a savior position. I'm sit back, you know what I'm saying? And man, I was well taken care of, man. And pretty much, the Lord in Jacob's trouble, man, the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai is gonna have his servants well taken care of, man. All right, well taken care of. And the two dolphins, man. Two dolphins came, we in the middle of the ocean, and I was the only one. Pretty much, in that dream, I was the only one that made it back. Them other people, they didn't make it back, man. They didn't make it back. I mean, you had a whole workforce. I don't know. We was doing. We was fishing. We could have been deep sea diving, right? What is it scuba dive? Is it scuba diving? We could have been deep sea diving. Could have been fishing. Could have been welding. I don't know, man. We could have been doing some type of project for the government. Who knows? Yahweh Shema Shai had that judgment happen, and I was the only one that made it out that thing, right? The Lord sent two dolphins to rescue me and swim me back to the shore, to the marina, man, to the boatyard. And I made it back, you know what I'm saying? So call Yahweh Shema Shai for that. And that's a hell of a dream, man. Like I said, I never ever experienced a dream to where the Lord sent his animal to deliver me, to redeem me, man, out of trouble, out of affliction, out of distress. And like I said, it wasn't even 5 seconds, man. I wasn't stranded for long. That shit happened. Boom, boom, boom. I'm in the water. It's dark. It's black. Oh yeah. Another thing. It was blood. I believe I was cut. That's another thing. I was cut. So blood was dripping, right? So blood came. So that's another thing. So as soon as the blood came out, the dolphins immediately came, and you know what I'm saying? It was like it was very urgent. Like the dolphins, they was sent, told, it was like urgent, like get me out the water ASAP. Cause pretty much, sharks, they smell blood from a mile away in the ocean, man. And you know what I'm saying, the Lord brought that judgment on pretty much the workforce, really. Cause I remember I was with people. If I'm not mistaken, I was with, I don't know, I don't know people myself, but I was with people, man. Can't remember what we was doing. We could have been fishing, man. We could have been underwater welding. deep sea diving, doing a project for the government. We're doing something, man. But I was the one that made it, man. You know, and ain't no shorts, you know what I'm saying? And I knew, like, oh yeah, like, cause I was thinking about it, like my blood, but I wasn't like where, like, you know, me, I'm thinking, you know, like I'm like I'm gonna be good regardless. You know, my mind said, like, you know, don't fold, don't break ever. And then, you know, not even 5 seconds, man. The Dolphins come, you know, swam me to the nearest shore, man, to the shore. You know, we could have been, 100 miles out, and it was quick. That was fast, and it pushed me onto the deck. I'm talking about, man. I was in the water, like you ain't never seen some shit like this. Like the dolphin had threw me out the water on the land. So you know that was Yahweh. That was Yahweh Shema shot, man. Most definitely, let me get this. Like with Jonah, when the fish spat Jonah out and put him on land, you know, make sure. All right, Jonah 2:10, and Yahweh speaking to the fish, and it vomited out Jonah upon a dry land. Right. So the Lord spoke to the fish, made him pretty much, told him to all right, to spit Jonah out, basically, and don't just spit him out, but spit him out on a dry land. You know, now you could take this and say, you know, the Most High Yahweh Shema Shai told the Dolphins to throw me on a dry land, basically. Now I went in the Dolphins' mouth. I didn't get spit out, but I know for sure the Dolphins swam me up to where I got close enough and thrown me on to the marina deck, man. You know, straight up. All right. So, you know, that's why Romans 15:4, all these things were for our learn. So it don't matter, even if you get ocean stranded, man, the Lord it ain't nothing for the Lord to come and redeem brothers, man, save brothers out of afflictions, man. You know, I got these scriptures, and I'm gonna close out. So, man, you know, all praises, you know, and you know, all praise that I'm sharing this, you know, cause I don't really share dreams anymore, really. You know, not that I've been getting a lot anyway, but I'm gonna start, the ones that I believe that's profitable, the one that's, you know, people can feed off of, and you know, and be like, wow, you know, yeah, that's amazing, and that's excellent. That did something to my faith, because that's you know what we want to do. You know, these dreams, we want to help the sheep, you know, help them with their faith, man. Exhort them in the faith and comfort them. And be like, you know, yeah, that's, you know, that was comforting, you know. Yes, y'all, you know, yeah, the Lord is always, he's always watching. He can always deliver us anytime, any way. All right, this is Job 12:7. It says, but ask now the beasts, and they shall teach thee, and the fowls of the air, and they shall tell thee. Or speak to the earth, and it shall teach thee, and the fishes of the sea, right? The fishes of the sea. The dolphins, they fishes, man. You know, Esau in the signs, he call them mammals. But they're aquatic animals. Put it like that. They're fishes of the sea, man. You know, there ain't no what is it? Didn't no sheep or ram or no buffalo come, you know, and come and swam all the way to where I was and rescued me. Nah, man, the Lord sent 2 dolphins. All right, animals of the sea, fishes of the sea, man. All right, and the fishes of the sea shall declare unto thee. Right, declare what? It says, who knoweth not in all these that the hand of Yahweh have wrought this? Right. And I know the hand of Yahweh, right, by Shema Shah, Yahweh wrought that, man. Wrought that deliverance in that dream, man, that I had with those two dolphins. All right. Pretty much you could say this, I was stranded from shipwreck. Stranded from shipwreck, and two dolphins swam me, probably 100 miles out to shore, to the marina deck. Threw me on to the marina deck, man, the boatyard. And I was secured. SUCCOR. All right, secured, saved, delivered. Verse 10, and here's the point: in whose hand is the soul of every living thing, right? So including the dolphin. So the Most High controls all animals, every living thing on the earth. So the Lord, so it's nothing for the Lord to program an animal when you're in distress. Hell, didn't and we're gonna get that. That's the spirit. I start thinking about that. Didn't the Lord send what it was, the ravens? All right, for Elijah during the time of famine. So that's nothing, man. All right. Also, the scriptures say, the beasts of the field shall be at peace with thee. Where's that going into? Meaning they're gonna be on your side that's all. What that is? That's in Job, the 5th chapter, if I'm not mistaken. All right, Job 12:10. In whose hand is the soul of every living thing, and the breath of all mankind. Right. So the Lord is controlling, is orchestrating all of this, and it's a very beautiful thing. Let me go to Elijah. It should be in it should be in 1 Kings, right? Here we go. This is 1 Kings chapter 17 and verse 1. And Elijah the Tishbite, who was of the inhabitants of Gilead, said unto Ahab, as Yahweh, power of Israel, liveth, before whom I stand, there shall not be dew nor rain these years, but according to my word. And the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, get thee hence, and turn thee eastward, and hide thyself by the brook Cherith, that is before Jordan. And it shall be that thou shalt drink of the brook, and I have commanded the ravens. Check that out. So the Lord commands these animals. So this is what the Lord commanded those dolphins. The Lord commanded the dolphins to swim me from being stranded from shipwreck, among the others, because the others, they didn't get swam. It was evident that it was those dolphins picked me out of the bunch, was commanded to pick me out the bunch and swim me, all right, 100 miles out from shipwreck to the shore, to the marina deck, to throw me on there and make sure I was good. Got me out the ocean, made it, they could have, easily just swam me up to they just left me there and let me get, no, they threw me on, they threw me. So for a fact, this is how about Shema Shah, man. It says, he said, and I have commanded the ravens to feed thee there. So he went and did according to the word of Yahweh, for he went and dwelt by the brook of Cherith, that is before Jordan. And the ravens brought him bread and flesh in the morning, and bread and flesh in the evening, and he drank of the brook. And it came to pass after a while that the brook dried up, because there had been no rain in the land. Right, because it was a famine. But nevertheless, in the time of famine, the Lord commanded ravens to bring them food, man. In the morning time and the east. So the raven fed them breakfast and dinner, man. I ain't drink out the brook. What, man? So, hey, Yahweh Shema Shah gonna take care of his servants, whether it's famine, whether it's distress. You know, shipwreck. Now, didn't Apostle Paul said, I suffer shipwreck? You know, now that, precepts fine in my mind now. You know? Been in the deep. I was in both shipwreck and the deep. Check this out. 2 Corinthians 2, 2 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 25. Thrice was I beaten with rods. Once was I stoned. Thrice I suffered shipwreck. So Apostle Paul, 3 times he suffered shipwreck. Shipwreck, man. A night and a day I have been in the deep. Wow, hold on, wait a minute. So Apostle Paul was in the deep, stranded in the ocean. Man, you name it. Hey, that's something. Hey, I was not. Hey, KALAYAAHLA. I went there. Hey, Lord made a speedy deliverance. Quick. Yeah, that was quick, man. Yeah, that wasn't long at all. But hell no, I don't want to be no night and a day in the deep, man. Fuck that shit. Hell no. Hey, that's why KALAYAAHLA for that deliverance, man. The Lord. Hey, I'm talking about immediately. And then once I see I was bleeding. Man, them Dolphins came and, yeah, man. So that was Yahweh Shema Shah. But yeah, man, this is real. It get real in that field, man. It gets real. It get real. Job 5, right? Job 5 and 19. No, I'm starting at verse 17. Job 5 and 17. Behold, happy is the man whom Yahweh by Shema shall corrective. Therefore despise not the chastening of the Almighty. For he maketh sore and bindeth up. He woundeth and his hands make whole. He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles. Yea, in 7 there shall no evil touch thee. Right. And no evil touched me in that dream, man. I was delivered and no evil touched me. Those Dolphins came to pretty much, they came to they rescued me. There was a defense, protection, and and made sure those Dolphins made sure, I was out there water, man. They threw me. He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles, yea, and 7 there shall no evil touch thee. And famine he shall redeem thee from death, and in war from the power of the sword. Thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue, neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction. When it cometh at destruction and famine thou shalt laugh, neither shalt thou be afraid of the beasts of the earth. For thou shalt be in league with the stones of the field, and the beasts of the field shall be at peace with thee. So the earth gonna be at peace with the servants of Yahweh Shema Shah. The earth, meaning the earth, the elements, the animals, you name it. You name it, man. All right. I got some more. Okay, Oh, yeah. This is what I thought of. Okay, this is Psalms 91, verse 9. It says, because thou hast made Yahweh, which is my refuge, even the Most High thy habitation, there shall no evil befall thee. Neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. For he shall give his angels charge over thee. Now, angels mean messengers. Now, if the animals can be angels as well, if the Lord has sent them to minister unto you, because the angels are ministers. To tell you that in Psalms 104. Let me get that. Like the ravens, the Lord commanded the ravens to bring him flesh in the morning and in the evening. What was the raven? They were ministering to Elijah off of the strength, off of the word, off the commandment of Yahweh by Shema Shah. Right? Psalms 104 and 4. It says, who maketh his angel spirits, his ministers a flaming fire. Right? So they minister. Angels are ministers, man. All right? And the Lord don't have necessarily have to send a little angel. He can send an animal. Now the Lord, we know that the Lord did it. The Lord did both. The Lord sent ravens, and the Lord sent an actual angel. All right, the Lord actually sent the actual angel to Elijah to drink with water and cake. And he ate that. He was good for 40 days, man. We probably, we might get, matter of fact, let me just go ahead and get it. Just off the strength of just saying it, right? 1 Kings 19. And 4. But he himself went a day's journey into the wilderness and came and sat down under a juniper tree, and he requested for himself that he might die, and said, "It is enough now, O Yahweh, take away my life, for I am not better than my father." So Elijah, he letting the fight get the best of him, like we all do sometimes, man. If you really going through, if you really getting that hell, that chastised, sometimes you be like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? That's how it be, man. You don't want to be here, man. Suffering in this vile flesh. Like, is it? You start questioning, is it really worth it? This life shit. You start like, Job kind. He, when he was getting his affliction, he started thinking like, man, Job kind of he Elijah, he got a point. Job, he kind of got a point, man. It begin like that, man. Verse 5, and it says, "And as he lay and slept under a juniper tree, behold, then an angel touched him and said to him, Arise and eat." So he had a literal angel, all right? Verse 6, "And he looked, and behold, there was a cake baking on the coals, and a cruse of water at his head. And he did eat and drink, and lay him down again. And the angel of Yahweh came again the second time and touched him and said, Arise and eat, because the journey is too great for thee." Right? So the Most High knows. That's why I could say, for the Lord cannot, he will not put on too much you can't bear. So the Lord know that Elijah, he needed to, he needed that, because the angels just said that, "Arise and eat, because the journey is too great for thee." So the Lord knows each brother's limits, man. So the Lord ain't gonna, the Lord is not no unrighteous power. No, the Lord is merciful, man. All right, the Lord is merciful. His mercy endureth forever. 8, it says, "And he arose and did eat and drink, and went in the strength of that meat 40 days and 40 nights unto Horeb, the mount of God." The mount, the mount of God. So, hey, the Lord sent a literal angel, and he sent, a minister, an animal, to be, a minister in an animal form, man, so to speak. So let me go back to Psalms 91. All right. Psalms 91. And 11 says, "For he shall give his angels charge over thee." And those Dolphins, they had charge over me, man. For that time, just for that time being, they had that job to do. You could tell, man. It wasn't no, man, I'm telling you, man, them Dolphins got a hold of me and swam me so fast, man. We was moving. Like, man, threw me on that, threw me, make sure I was good, man. I was good. So I have a little scratch, a little blood. That didn't come from the Dolphins, though. It came from, from the calamity that happened, to the whole workforce. Hey, man. Hey, keep your eyes open. Your brothers, they be working these different jobs and stuff. Hey, you never know. You know what I'm saying? You put curses on your, your bosses, your manager, your coworkers. And the Lord, he definitely hear you, man. He can bring that judgment on the whole workforce, and you be the only one that make it out alive, man. I don't know if that was that situation. I don't even, I don't even, because I don't even, I don't work dealing with in the water and the ocean. So, who knows? I could have been, there probably have been something down the line I was doing. I don't know, but yeah, man. It says, "For he shall give his angel charge over thee to keep thee in all thy ways. Verse 12, they shall bear thee up. That's what they did, right? And they shall bear thee up. In their hands, lest thou dash thy foot against a stone. They buried me. They threw me up onto the dry land, man. They buried me up, man. The Lord gave them Dolphins charge over me to swim me to the nearest shore, to the marina, and make sure I'm on dry land. It got me out the ocean, man. You know, got me out the ocean, rescued me from any whatever might have tried to get me, or if I was drowning, whatever. Point is, I got rescued. I got rescued from being stranded from shipwreck to all the way to safety. So KALAYAAHLA for that, man. That was a beautiful dream. And one more last scripture. One more. Psalms. Actually, this is in Psalms 104. Is it Psalm? Yeah, it's the same chapter. All right, this is Psalms 104, verse 24. O Yahweh, how manifold are thy works, and wisdom hast thou made them all. The earth is full of thy riches. So is this great and wide sea, wherein are things creeping, innumerable, both small and great beasts. Right? And the Lord, that in his wisdom, he made it as manifold, man. Verse 26, there go the ships. There is that Leviathan, whom thou hast made to play therein. Verse 27, these wait all upon thee, that thou mayest give them meat in their due season. Right, all of them, including those dolphins that, in that dream that rescued me, man. Including Leviathan, which Leviathan gonna be revealed very soon to the that's why Esau make them movies about Godzilla, because he predictive programming, getting the people ready. And ultimately the Lord making Esau do that, man. Because it's all a part of prophecy, baby. 28, verse 28, it says that thou givest them that thou givest them they gather, thou openest thy hand, they are filled with good. Thou hidest thy face, they are troubled. Thou takest away their breath, they die, and return to the dust. Thou sendest forth thy spirit, they are created, and thou renewest the face of the earth. The glory of Yahweh shall endure forever. Yahweh shall rejoice in his works. So KALAYAAHLA for that. So hey, the Lord can deliver you in 6 troubles. Yea, 7 shall know evil. Let me read that scripture. I want to read that one again. Because the Lord got infinite ways to deliver brothers. Infinite ways. Job 5:19. He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles. Yea, in 7 there shall no evil touch thee. And a complete 7 going to a number of completion. A complete amount of time. So it don't have a limit on it, man. Doesn't have a limit, man. All right. So there you have it. All right. So with that, I'm going to close out, giving our praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakah, Quadash, Yabashim, Mashah, Barakat, for elect, peace, blessings, and salutations to the house of David, the elect. Shalom to elect, man. Shalom.